So last Saturday, I told my agents to process a week's worth of messy notes, organize my inbox, and extract all my action items. In 3 minutes, they did what used to take me 2 hours. And the best part is that they found insights that I would have completely missed. Let me show you exactly what I mean. So here's my inbox right now. Well, truthfully, it's a demo inbox that I created to make filming a little bit easier. But anyhow, this represents the random items dumped in here over the course of a week. Meeting notes, article links, random thoughts I captured on my phone. And here's a representation of my daily notes. This would normally be a week's worth of scattered observations, to-dos, mixed with insights, action items, buried in, reflection text. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to go to my agent and I'm going to simply ask it. Go through those notes in my demo content folder and add any action items that you find to my demo reminders list in Apple Reminders. So in Apple Reminders, I've got a demo list created here that I'm just going to delete after we're done. So let's go ahead and do this and see what it does. All right, we can see that the agent is working away or simmering, as it says. It's extracting the action items from the demo notes, and we should start seeing them pop up in Apple Reminders. And here they come. Like magic. And there we go. It found 50 action items from the demo content, and it created all of those action items in Apple Reminders. If we go over there, we see all those action items that were created in Apple Reminders. So let's try something else. Okay, so this time I'm going to ask the agents to, now can you go through the same demo content and look for opportunities to create cross-links between my notes. So we're going to set that off. It's going to think about it for a minute. And now if I go over to one of my notes, I've actually sort of seeded it with some things that it should find as cross connections. And it should go ahead and create links to those items. So we're gonna keep an eye on this screen here. So it came back and it identified a whole bunch of opportunities for cross-linking. I think that all of those make sense. So I'm going to say yes, go ahead and do that. There we go. And now it has gone and created all those cross-links. Pretty cool. Okay, so now I'm going to ask the agent, now can you look at all the notes in my inbox in that demo content and file them to where they should go in my parastructure? There we go. Like magic. So look, that literally took a couple minutes. What used to take me 2 hours every weekend. So this is what I want to show you how to build today. Now, for those who don't know me, my name is Jason Sear, and I'm currently the VP and Head of Design for Cisco's security and AI businesses. I've spent 25 years learning to build software that people actually want to use. In this channel, it's where I share the things that I found that actually work. It's for designers, it's for product managers, and engineers who care about creating impact, not just shipping features. Okay, so if any of that resonates with you, maybe consider subscribing. Okay, let's get into it. So let's talk about why all of this actually matters. And most of us, I think, are really good at capturing information. We take notes in meetings, we save articles, we jot down ideas. But here's the problem. We're terrible at actually using what we capture. Studies show that 90% of notes are never looked at again. Information gets buried, insights get forgotten, and action items, it just simply slips through the cracks. I used to spend hours every weekend trying to manage and organize everything, and I'd still miss out on the important stuff. There had to be a better way. And that's where these agents have become something that I frankly cannot live without. So let me break down exactly how this works because it's actually pretty straightforward to set up. So first of all, let's start with the foundation. I keep all of my notes as Markdown files. Think of them like text documents, but with very simple formatting. Here's what one looks like. This is actually the script for this video. And here's what the entire folder structure looks like for my note system. Now, I also use Obsidian as the software or the tool to manage these notes. And that's because I can access them from my computer, my phone, my iPad, All those notes are simply stored in iCloud, and I use the Obsidian application as a way of editing those files. This is Obsidian here, and you can see that it's just really a text editor, a very thoughtfully designed text editor. My notes follow what's called the PARA system, which is that they are organized around the acronym PARA, which stands for Projects, Areas, Resources, and Archives. You'll also see that I have it set up to have a daily notes folder, which is a single note that I capture everything in each and every day. And then it has an inbox, which is for any other new notes that get created. They get dumped in inbox by default. And then at the end of the week, my agent goes through all the daily notes. It organizes things in places that it needs to go. It goes through all the notes in my inbox and files them away, pulls out all the action items, does all the things that you saw at the beginning of the video. So how do I make this work? Well, I integrate it with AI. And in this case, I'm integrating it with Claude Code. I use Claude Code for this because it has an amazing feature called subagents. Basically, they're specialized AI agents that are really good at specific tasks. They're also really easy to create. Now, yes, Claude Code is essentially a command line tool, and you might think that, oh, command line tool, that sounds scary. But really, don't worry, because at the end of the day, you just talk to it. You use natural language. So it's really actually easier than most applications. So let me give you a quick demo of what this looks like. So I'm going to run Claude in my terminal window. Claude is going to start up. So let me show you a list of all my agents. So I think of these as specialized team members, not just tool, and each one has a specific skill. So I have a daily notes processor that's going to extract insights and organize my daily notes. I have a weekly status reporter, which creates a comprehensive status report for my boss. I have a note crosslinker, which finds connections. I have a master notes processor that orchestrates the entire workflow. I have one for action items, etc., etc. Now, the beauty is you create each of these and give it a really simple task, and they all work together to orchestrate the entire workflow. So let me show you how easy it is to create a new one. So we're going to go and we're going to select create a new agent. We're going to create it specific for this project that we're in, which is my knowledge management system. And then I'm going to create this agent using Claude. And then quite simply, it says, give me a description of what you want this agent to do. So I find really the best way to do this is I'm going to go into Claude. So like I do with everything is I get AI to help me with as much of this process as possible. So rather than going in and writing out a description in Claude Code, I'm actually going to come into my AI assistant in Claude, and I'm going to ask it, I need to enter a description into Claude Code agent creation workflow. I want to create an agent that processes meeting notes to extract key decisions, action items, and follow-up questions. It should organize the content and cross-reference with related notes. And the beauty is that it's going to give me a really well-structured, well-articulated description based on what I want to achieve. And this is going to actually give me the best performance when I come back over to Claude Code. I'm going to put that description in. It's going to take that description and it is going to go and create that subagent. Here it's going to, as part of the agent creation, it gives you the option of what kind of tools you want this agent to have access to and whether you want it to have read-only, edit, or execution access. And this is really important because you want to think about how much autonomy you are giving these agents, because they're going to be acting on your behalf and they're going to be interacting and doing things within your system. So for the case of this demo, I'm going to continue with letting it have access to all tools. And you also get to choose which model you want this agent to have access to. And so, of course, the different models end up using different amounts of AI tokens, which affects how much it costs or how much it uses up your daily limit in terms of AI capabilities, depending on your subscription plan. So you want to think about, using the right model for the right job, but also thinking about essentially how expensive that's going to be. I'm going to go with the balanced one, which is Sonnet. And then you can also choose to give your agent a color code so that when you see it being accessed or you see it doing work in Claude Code, you'll be able to identify it. And then that's it. It's created the agent. I'm going to save that agent. And now that new agent is available for tasks, just like you saw at the beginning of this video. So this team approach, here's what I learned that was a real game changer, is don't try to create one super agent that does everything. You really do need to build out this team of specialists. So when I tell my master notes processor to handle my weekly review, what actually happens is this that you can see in this screenshot. It is multiple agents that have been activated, and the master agent automatically calls the other agents. It's calling the daily notes processor, it's calling the crosslinker, the insight synthesizer, and the action item agent. All together, they're acting as a team to orchestrate and handle this job that I've given them. It works together. They work together just like a real team. It's really incredible. So what's the real impact of all this? Well, right now, this system saves me probably 10 to 15 hours a month. But the real time savings isn't even the best part. The real value is that I actually use my notes now. More insights make it into my status reports. More connections get made between ideas, and action items actually don't fall through the cracks. It's like having a research assistant who never forgets anything and always sees the patterns that I miss. So what's next? Well, my challenge now is taking this framework and applying it to new data sources. So right now, this system is working on top of my notes. And what if I could point it to my email? So I think that would be incredibly powerful. So that's what I'm going to work on next. And I'm definitely going to make a video when I figure that out. But now it's your turn. I want you to try this for yourself. And you can start simple. First of all, get your notes into Markdown files. Obsidian makes this really easy with the plugin that'll pull from Apple Notes or wherever else your notes are. Install Claude Code. Seriously, just ask ChatGPT to walk you through it. It's super easy. And then start with one simple agent, maybe a daily notes processor or something, and just to get yourself started, and then build out your team of agents from there. Oh, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but you may have seen in my list of agents, I have a whole set of agents that help me create YouTube videos and scripts like this one. So if you want to see how that works, let me know in the comments, and I can always make another video about that as well. The future of knowledge work isn't about working harder. It's about building better systems. And AI agents might just be the key to unlocking all that information that we're constantly capturing but never using. Until next time, I look forward to seeing you soon.